Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our imagination, and I'm going to invite you to a big class party. Now you can imagine it's a class in school or a class in university or any other class that suits your life and your imagination. Now, I want you to consider allowing yourself just to feel really super relaxed. So much so that you can just feel at peace with the world, peace with yourself, and all the circumstances. You may have pressures from school, work, family, or personal issues. And anything that's been bothering you, you're allowed to let all of that go. Sometimes life doesn't go your way, and that's okay. You can accept that life doesn't always go your way, and you can still feel peace. You can remember everything that's happened that's disappointed you, but it doesn't mean you're going to feel the disappointment anymore, or the sadness, or any anger. And this way, as the emotions become less intense and go away, you can keep yourself safe, not just now, but in the future. And forgiveness happens to be one of my favorite words because of the way it can be used. Some people think that you can't forgive until someone has paid for what they've done, or that they don't deserve forgiveness. But the forgiveness is not for anybody else or anything else. It's actually for you. Now, some people think, but my life is just fine right now. I don't need to travel back and forgive anything. Except when they realize that your life might be fine right now, but if something tomorrow triggers you, well, then you should have forgiven today. Or if something next year stops you from trying something or ruins your relationship because there's been no forgiveness, well, then you've been stuck and you've met your roadblock. So just think about that for a moment as you realize that you actually prefer to feel peace as much as possible. At all costs, you'll be always able to protect yourself. Except now you'll feel empowered. And that's how you'll do it. You won't need to protect yourself with angry emotions or from hiding. What you'll do is you'll be so powerful within yourself that regardless of what comes your way to remind you of anything, you'll still be okay. And there's so much power in peace and self-kindness. Funny how some people think that there's more power in anger and physical violence. That's not power. So instead of coming from a place of hurt or anger or fear, you'll find a place which is more comfortable, almost a magical moment of peace. So let yourself be comfortable now, whatever it is that you're doing. Welcome the opportunity to experience healing, repair, mending, each way that you choose to do it, from each word that's spoken by me. You yourself know the right way to do it. So you don't have to question if you're doing it right or wrong. Allow yourself to evolve into a place of doing. So notice the way that you're breathing. Acknowledge your breathing. The way the air travels in your nose, down your throat and into your lungs. Notice the tension as it leaves your body, or any micro movements that you may be making. Perhaps you're allowing yourself some reassuring twitches with your fingers or your toes, or even an itch. And you don't have to judge yourself. Just let yourself be. In fact, notice with the calmness of my voice. Notice small changes taking place now in your own physiology, and becoming aware gently to the different parts of your body that are starting to relax more, to the tensions that are starting to be gone. Acknowledge every little change that you're experiencing now. And whether your eyes are open or closed, that's okay, because that's your choice. And just naturally you allow yourself just to keep relaxing. You can even notice the way the temperature of the air feels on your skin, or the sensation as you're supported by the surface beneath you. So this relaxation happens all by itself now. And you are no longer expecting yourself to relax or to follow my words. You're just allowing it to happen naturally. And whatever it is that you're feeling, for you, it happens to be the right feeling. It's just perfect for you. And you may notice sounds from the outside and sounds from the inside, and they'll become comfortable for you, because the sound of my voice becomes important for you, and the meaning that my words deliver to you. Feeling more comfortable and more relaxed, supported by your breath, embracing the comfort between the pauses, enjoying the silence between words and sentences. Could you imagine, just imagine, being in an audience, like an auditorium, whether it's at school or university? Just like that party that I spoke about when I introduced this session to you. And as you sit down on a particular seat, you notice the stage in front of you. And this is happening right now inside your imagination. And I don't know what it looks like for you and what the chairs are made of, and if they're comfortable, or what the lighting is like, and even the curtains, the wallpaper. But let yourself be really comfortable in this seat. Notice textures. Seems like you picked the right seat. And you're about to experience something quite interesting. Something healing, something that sets you free. And all of your imagination belongs to you. And you imagine that anybody else sitting around you is kind and friendly. And so you feel comfortable. You even recognize some people. And there's people that you don't recognize. But the way they all speak to each other gives you comfort and familiarity. And something on the stage is about to begin. I wonder what it will be. Perhaps it's some form of play. Perhaps it's something from your own imagination. Something that's happened in your own life. But you're looking at it from a safe space. You're peaceful. It's just a scene from your life. And you're surrounded by comfort. You're surrounded by peace. And you're surrounded by safety. You can see a scene being played out. Something that's bothered you in your life. Something that's made you feel uneasy. And that has caused you pain, caused you frustration. How interesting it is that sitting where you are watching this scene. You can see yourself on the stage. And you can see the other actors, the other characters that were in that scene. But you also are aware of your safety. It's like you're in a bubble of safety and comfort. But you can observe at the speed of thought every scene that's related between you and the characters. Or shall I say, this person in the scene and their characters. The truth is, that's your younger self. Whether it was your younger self 6 months ago or your younger self 3 years ago, that's not you right now. You are watching your younger self. But you, sitting on the chair watching, you realize that as you are right now, you're full of wisdom. You have resource. You have skills that you didn't have back then. And you can watch all this happen from your comfortable seat. So you feel empowered. It's just a scene. You're just watching. And you may be aware of all the scenes taking place. Or you may even realize that your unconscious mind is creating a review of all of those past, not so happy scenes, so that you can experience peace. And only you know what these different scenes are. They're just old scenes. You still keep yourself safe because you're in the audience. And you can hear people whispering and talking amongst themselves. And you feel comfortable and safe. So you trust this experience. And you trust what you're going through. But you're curious. You know these all happened in the past. And you are okay. So you're comfortable. You rely on the sound of my voice. It's like you're mesmerized by this moment. And you realize now you're okay. And that feeling of being okay, that goes into your body. Feel it go down your throat. Absorbed into your hands and up your arms. Absorbed from your feet all the way up your legs. Regardless of what scene you've watched, which was once upon a time hurtful and painful, you're safe and you feel okay about it. Because you were unconscious. And instead, you replace those scenes with a new perspective, a new way of seeing, new interpretation, your wisdom and your insight. And guess what gets drained away? Your old emotions. You experience peace. All the old yucky stuff goes. I don't know how it's drained. Perhaps with your breath each time you breathe out, or just sucked on out of your skin. All the negative emotions just leave your body. And the neutral emotions regarding that period of time or those times that have left once upon a time an impact of sadness and hurt on you. Well, now you feel so neutral about it. And now as you look to the stage and you notice a future version of you, it's no longer the past version of you. It's you in the future, on stage. And you move through every scene with confidence. You have joy, you have happiness, you have peace, you're empowered. You notice how those old things that used to bother you, it's like they've gone through a cleanup, or shall I say a clean out. And you can't even create those feelings anymore, those old yucky feelings. You're just too relaxed, you're more of an observer. I mean, you really know that you're safe now. And you notice even all those future scenes where you were able to keep yourself even safer. The way you walk, good posture, feeling confident, looking confident. You can even tell your stories with calmness, without judgment, just like an observer. There's something brave about you, and you have courage, self-kindness. It's not hard to protect yourself anymore. You feel safe. And you acknowledge that the past is definitely over. And so as you watch yourself in the final scene of the play, and you see yourself on stage, yes, you are older. Yes, you are happy. And yes, you see it in your eyes, how empowered you are with confidence, self-esteem, courage, all those wonderful words that you've always wanted to put in your description. There's a peace in the way that you stand, the way that you gaze with your eyes. You could almost feel the joy in your bones. This happiness is circulating around your brain through all the neurons, through your mind and your body and your spirit. You're content, and that flows through your blood, through all of your veins. And this version of you in the future, you're surrounded by those people who love and support and cheer you on. They love you and they support you and accept you. What an achievement to feel so grateful that you're mentally healthy, on the right track, and physically healthy. Emotionally well, spiritually well. You love living. You love experiencing. You feel safe. And you know that this is how you will operate from now on. As you make automatic choices, wise choices, as you've come to realize that it's always been you in charge of your life and your decisions. And you know now that you're in charge of how you perceive, how you interpret things. And even though you're not ready because you love the feeling, the play ends. And you notice an envelope on the seat next to you. It's an invitation to that party. Because all of the actors from all of the scenes will be there. They won't be the same characters that they were, but they're all there to celebrate with peace and love. And you choose to attend. And you see that they're all wearing different clothes. They have their hair differently. And they're no longer the old characters. You greet each other and you say, what an amazing performance that was. And there's some kind of excitement in your body, almost a slight tremble. And you mingle, you chat with everyone. You notice an exchange of love and affection, acceptance, kindness, and softness in their eyes. And you realize what great actors that they are, because this is the after party. And in the after party, it's nothing but curiosity, celebration, achievement, and celebration again. And as you're amongst everybody, you're glad that you had that opportunity to have that experience, to be invited. Notice how you've transformed already. Because now there's something more empowered in you. And you feel safe. And you just know the past is already gone. Whatever has upset you, you know now the trick. You know now. You just forgive. You know now that you're an observer. You know now you have choice to enjoy your life, to choose to protect yourself with joy and kindness, so that every time you choose consciously or unconsciously to be supported by anything, you can allow the surface beneath you to always be your support as you did now. And you remind yourself that you're safe. And the power of choice that you have is that you can choose to show up in the best character that supports your choices in life, to surround yourself with safety and supportive characters of all of your experiences. And this is what you choose from now on, to feel the positive effects in your body as you become aware that you're part of this, listening to my voice, and yet these changes are all yours from now on. You acknowledge your freedom from the past and anything that never went right, all the little things that went wrong for you. They are no longer in your body. You're now free from now on. And so I want you to notice the energy that's being created inside of your body. And just like the beginning of this session, feel the urge to wiggle your fingers and your toes and acknowledge that you want to come back to just a normal day, yet having had the most beautiful experience. Feeling nice and relaxed.